only women and gay men can be raped.
Only women and gay men can be raped.
Only women and gay men can be raped.
A common myth about rape is that only women and gay men can be raped. And this simply isn't the case.
I don't really even understand how this can be a real thing.
Rape is not about gender or sex.
Anyone can be raped.
Consent isn't confined to just women and gay men. It is not confined to our genitals, our gender identity, or our sexual orientation.
First, this is undoubtedly tied to the idea that only the weak can be raped, and femininity is tied to weakness. It relies on another myth that nobody strong or masculine would let these things happen to them. Nobody lets these things happen to them.
I think this is often due to an outdated definition of rape that many states use. Many legal systems only consider rape as opposed to sexual assault if the victim is the one who is penetrated. And that's not always the case. And even if it was, gay men and straight women aren't the only ones who can be penetrated and raped. A man can say no, a man can be overpowered, and a man can be coerced. And all of those things are rape. Whether it's penetrative sex, oral sex, or any other kind of sexual act, a man can still say no and expect his wish to be heeded. If it's not, it's sexual assault or rape.
When a rapist intends to rape, they're not stopping to ask about you.
Basis of rape has nothing to do with age, sex, or orientation.
Just an example to show how factually inaccurate this is, what's more strong or formidable than our country's armed forces? Now, my numbers are from the United States, but just as an example, the Pentagon has estimated that roughly 13,000 men have suffered from sexual assault in the past year alone. That number is actually higher than female sexual assault survivors in the military, although females do make up a much smaller number of the armed forces. To assume that all 13,000 of those men are gay is just absurd. In fact, many reported that when they do report it, because reporting numbers by male survivors are significantly lower than female survivors, their cases are dismissed as some sort of consensual homosexual interaction. A stop needs to be put to this.
Rape doesn't care if you're gay, straight, woman, or man.
Everyone has the right to say no and have that respected. Every gender has a right to consent.
Being sexually assaulted also doesn't change your identity, gender, or sexual orientation. Thanks, Kick-Ass, the movie, for pointing out how ignorant people can be about those sorts of things.
In the same way anyone can get mugged in the street, anyone can be a victim to rape.
Men are made to feel just as ashamed as women when they're sexually assaulted. There aren't as many resources available to them, and wherever they turn, they're seen as somebody who's been debased and had their power taken away.
And it should be recognized.